Welcome to Counterpunch. Today's topic: how important is reducing our national debt? Paying down our national debt is probably the single most important task that our congressmen should be dealing with, even though they aren't. Instead of inventing new and preposterous ways to spend more money, we should be looking for ways to reduce our massive debt. Look, there are danger signs all around us. China's becoming reluctant to purchase more of our bonds because they're afraid we won't pay them all back. At a recent auction to sell our bonds to foreign nations, we had to increase the interest rates in order to sell any of them at all. Moody's warned us recently that if we didn't take steps soon to start reducing our debt, the United States would lose its AAA credit rating. Our national debt will soon reach 63% of our gross domestic product, and that's a point where many other countries have experienced serious problems because of their high debt loads. At the rate we're going, our national debt will exceed 90% of our GDP within a decade, and that particular landmark almost always leads to financial disaster for any country unwise enough to reach it. Remember Greece going bankrupt earlier this year? Don't think it can't happen to us, and it will, unless we stop spending more money than we have and start reducing our national debt. For Politics Alabama, I am Matthew Givens.
As with so many economic issues, Democrats have a much better record of reducing the national debt than Republicans. Reagan, Bush 41, and Bush 43 increased the debt dramatically, while Presidents Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton actually reduced it. Reducing the national debt is important because the big debt limits our ability to address critical issues like energy independence, rebuilding our infrastructure, and even health care. While the debt is a problem, I agree with Paul Krugman there's a vast difference between debt accrued due to temporary emergency and that due to fiscal irresponsibility. War is the classic example of a temporary emergency. The recent economic meltdown is another. Revenues are down, and stimulus spending and bailouts increase the deficit. This emergency is temporary and the financial equivalent of a war. The debt problem is secondary to the overall economic crisis, and the goal must be to rein in the spending after the crisis ends and return to paying down the debt as the country did under Bill Clinton. For Left in Alabama, this is Sherry Walker.
Produced by Politics Alabama, online at politicsalabama.blogspot.com.